Another shooting at the Denver shelter for people experiencing homelessness. We're continuing to ask questions about security.
She never knew she mattered, but she mattered.
From former slave to saint, the Denver Archdiocese is asking the Vatican to honor a Colorado leading lady.
For the first time, everyone in the state is about to be eligible for a new tax credit.
It's just a fun way for people to make the difference in their own lives and reduce their own greenhouse gas emissions.
How you can get your discount for an e-bike. It's time to play ball. The Rockies are opening their season tonight. Longtime Denver sports columnist Mark Kisla's in studio talking about the appetite for Rockies baseball. 4 o'clock at 9 News starts now.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kim Christensen.
I'm Tom Green. For the second time in 2 weeks, we're talking about a shooting at the city-run shelter in northeast Denver. A woman was injured and a suspect is now in custody.
This time, no one died, unlike the double murder earlier this month. This, once again, though, calls into question the city's ability to effectively and safely run the former hotel site. 9 News reporter Brianna Clark is at the former DoubleTree near Quebec and I-70. And Brianna, we know one person was shot there overnight. We also know there's been an arrest.
Yeah, we know the victim is a female, the suspect is a male, and police say the two know each other. 34-year-old Cameron Ware is now in custody, charged with attempted first-degree murder. He's currently on probation for drug charges related to a Denver case that he was sentenced for back in August. He's got other priors as well, including several burglary charges. Police say the shooting happened just before midnight inside one of the rooms here at the former DoubleTree Hotel. With the help of surveillance video, officers were able to find the suspect hiding out in another room in the building. We're learning today that metal detectors were up and running during the shooting. That's according to the Salvation Army, the group that is in charge of this facility. They were also in charge of security here, but the city took that over a few weeks ago following hundreds of 911 phone calls. I'm told they started using metal detectors last week. No word yet on how the gun got into the building. Again, last night's shooting marks the third one in 2 weeks. On March 16th, 2 people were found shot to death in one of the rooms here. No one has been arrested for that yet. Police haven't said if the shootings are related. Now, all day we've been working to set up an interview with the police chief to ask him about everything that's happened here. And right now, at this very moment, our Kelly Ranke is actually speaking to him, and we will have more for you tonight at 5. Live in Denver, Brianna Clark, 9 News.
Well, thank you for that update, Brianna. We know there's a lot more to gather on this story, and we'll continue to follow it. Thank you.
So let's take a look outside. Hopefully you got a chance to get outside today. We got up into the mid-60s, a beautiful day as we head towards the Easter weekend. Boy, it was nice.
Nice. Little brisk in the wind, but nice day, Kathy. We'll take it. I mean, goodness, we've seen a lot of snow this month.
We've had a lot of perspective, haven't we, Kim?
Yeah.
Yes, we have.
As March can do that, right? I mean, it can bring 70s and then a lot of snow. We have not seen that first 70-degree day yet, and our Corey Reppenhagen is in the office today, and we were talking about how we both thought this would be the weekend that would happen, but the jet stream just not arcing quite far enough to the north. And it's just a beautiful day, as Kim mentioned, with that sunshine out there and temperatures running above average in the low to mid 60s. The mountains, we're going to see some snow start up there tonight and continue through Saturday. So we actually have a new winter weather advisory in the high country to tell you about. For Denver, sunshine in 60s, but maybe a rain shower tomorrow afternoon on Good Friday. The Easter weekend forecast still, for the most part, looks pretty good. If you're looking for that 70, there it is in Lamar today. 65 currently in Denver, 68 in Pueblo. Ray coming in at 70 as well. So those of you out on the Eastern Plains, well done. Beautiful out there. Now, the other factor is the wind. We're seeing some higher gusts over some of the higher passes, Kenosha Pass, Loveland Pass, and up over the Black Hawk area. That's part of a weather disturbance that's coming in ahead of the main system that we're tracking for the weekend. And with this little weather disturbance coming in, we're going to see some mountain snow showers pick up tonight. Travel allows fine for now, but we will see some accumulating snow. So National Weather Service has put out a winter weather advisory: Steamboat, Eagle, Aspen, and Vail between now and Saturday. 6 to 12 inches of snow certainly possible, and the bullseye will be the northern and central mountain locations. For lower elevations, beautiful night tonight. Few clouds rolling through, but tomorrow afternoon, a few sprinkles on the old windshield with temperatures very comfortable, so it will be rain for us. Coming up, we're going to detail the timing of the weekend system, which looks to be a little bit stronger.
We turn to a developing story out of Aurora, where police say more victims of sexual assault could be involved after a business owner is arrested. Arbin Ben Duca ran a drug screening company called Aurora Employment Testing. Aurora PD says last October, a woman reported she was sexually assaulted while providing a sample. Investigators learned about 2 more female victims last year. So if you have any information, you're asked to call Metro Denver Crime Stoppers at 720-913-STOP. Also an update this afternoon, the EPA now setting a new date for the demolition of the Return to Nature funeral home in Penrose. Several attempts to take down that building, where nearly 200 bodies were found, have fallen through in recent months. But according to their website now, crews and contractors are going to go to the site on April 15th to get equipment and materials ready for demolition. And then the work is scheduled to start the next day, April 16th, weather permitting.
Right now, divers say conditions underwater are just too dangerous to continue the search for at least 4 workers presumed dead in the port of Baltimore. Recovery teams aren't giving up hope on finding them after the Key Bridge collapse. Navy ships with lifts and cranes are heading to the site to clear away debris. Identification and recovery likely won't happen until the salvage process begins. It is still not clear how long it may take for the nation's 11th largest port to come back online. Rebuilding the bridge is expected to take 5 years or more.
Yeah, and that's going to have impact far beyond Baltimore. Here with more on that is NBC's Alice Barr.
The impact that struck the heart of Baltimore.
The whole bridge just fell down.
Now rippling across the country as Americans grieve the 6 lives lost.
And to all the families, we are so sorry for this tragedy.
And prepare for potentially wide-ranging effects on the economy, with the Port of Baltimore, one of the busiest in the country, shut down. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg set to meet today with shippers and other supply chain partners.
To understand their needs and to promote a coordinated approach as they adapt to the temporary disruptions while we plan mitigations.
Maryland lawmakers are working on emergency aid for the roughly 8,000 port workers whose livelihoods are locked down. Michael Clark's business receives and empties containers from the port, then ships the freight.
Right now, we don't have any containers and we can't get any containers. So immediately our business is shut down.
The Port of Baltimore handles more cars and farm equipment than any other in the U.S. Vital cargo is now stuck inside the port, and ships looking to unload more can't get in. While experts don't anticipate the level of supply chain disruptions we saw during the COVID pandemic.
We're dealing with collateral impact on warehousing, on trucking, and on a very strained system here.
No word yet on how long it will take to clear the collapsed bridge structure from the 50-foot deep waters leading to the port's main terminal, where an economic engine sits idle. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
The port employs some 8,000 people. It handles more cars and farm equipment than any other in the U.S. It's not just the port. The loss of the Key Bridge brings its own economic impact to the surrounding areas.
More action from the federal government today trying to lower health care costs. The Biden administration today announcing new steps trying to protect consumers who buy short-term health insurance plans, which they call junk insurance. They say the plans often leave patients contending with big medical bills. The new rule says new sales of insurance plans like these have to be limited to 3 months. It also requires the plans provide people with clear explanations of their benefits and show them how to find more comprehensive coverage. Well, certainly we know in today's world the cost of living continues to rise. So how much money does it really take to live comfortably?
A new report is actually putting a dollar amount to that. SmartAssets.com says the numbers are high. The average salary needed to live comfortably in a major city is $96,500 for one person. roughly $235,000 for a family of 4. And they say that would amount to allowing you to afford housing, basic pleasures, and not living paycheck to paycheck. The highest for an individual is in New York, where you need to earn roughly $138,000 salary to live comfortably. The lowest is in Houston, where a single adult would need $75,000.
I did not get a chance to look at this report, but I have a hunch Denver is an expensive city to live in.
You know what? I looked at it. You know who they rank as 16? Aurora.
Oh, okay.
Before Denver. But it's all the usual suspects for expensive cities to live in. Like the Seattles, Los Angeles, New York, all that.
That's not great.
No, it's not great. And when you say comfortably, it's that model of what 50% is for housing and basic expenses, 30. It's not like you're going, hey, let's go out to dinner and let's do this. Let's take a limo.
Yeah.
No.
So they had to come up with a specific idea of what comfortably is, because otherwise it's a pretty wide band from person to person what comfortable is.
Living large is not in there.
No, but one way you could live comfortably, of course, is by winning the lottery, and no one hit the Powerball jackpot, so that total prize is now up to $935 million. You could live comfortably on that. The odds of winning, though, 1 in 292.2 million.